Welcome, Thunderbird Nation, to a special episode, episode 5. It is homecoming week for the Coaches Show, Thunderbird Coaches Show. We're excited to be here. We've got Coach Delane Fitzgerald and our special guest, Josh Dunn. Excited to have you here, man.
Thank you.
And let's just jump right in, Coach. We traveled to Western Illinois. Was that the first time, or not the first time, but was that the first time in a while that you took that long haul charter trip, took all the guys, hopped on the plane, and headed halfway across the country to go play some football? And tell me your experience about it.
Haven't been on a charter in close to 20 years now.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm an old hat, but that is my third trip to Macomb, Illinois. Not an easy trip. Not a easy place to get into. Not an easy place to win. Hard environment to get up for and to get a victory. We're pretty excited about getting out of there successfully.
Yeah. So going in, you guys looks like you were 9-point underdogs. I'm not sure. Maybe they just don't know you yet. Maybe the odds makers are still trying to figure this out. Not that we're talking about gambling or anything, but it's not really disrespect. Maybe it's just an unknown. But did that give you any motivation looking at that, saying, "Hey, wait a minute, we're +9 here.
Vegas is helping us with the motivational aspect."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Exactly.
They don't respect us yet.
Not yet. It's respect is earned, and it looks like we're on the path to earning that respect. So, one other thing, I like a guy, Josh, I'm sure you do, that keeps his word. Someone that keeps his promises. In the press conference that Delane Fitzgerald came to town and he looked his players in the eyes and he promised, we will never be 1-10 again. 3 games in, you kept your promise, Coach. Tell us a little bit about how excited you are with this group going forward. You got 3 games, you got 2 victories. It's a great way to start out the season. There's really no bones about it.
Yeah, in my introductory press conference, I let that slip, and probably because I get reminded of it every single week. It's probably something I regret these days. We're not going to be. We're not going to be a 1-10 football program. But John, 2-9 stinks too. So yeah. Let's try to avoid that one.
Yeah, we're not throwing confetti yet, but it is a nice start, and it is nice to see that we've got as many wins as we've had the last 2 years.
Yeah, like the rest of everybody that watched that press conference. I'm glad you remembered it.
So let's just recap a little bit about the game. So we've talked about travel, and it was tricky to get in there. Little bus ride after the plane ride. I mean, it was definitely tricky to get to. But talk to us about what you saw in the game. The defense played well. Give us the scoop on how you saw it, Coach.
Yeah, you feel getting to Macomb, Illinois. You feel like that they're filming the sequel of Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. So you got to get from here to the airport, and then you got to get from our airport to the closest airport to Macomb, which is 2+ hours away, and then you got to take the bus in. You got to pull over on the side of the road and wait for the bus drivers to get their act together, and then you're into Macomb. And then when we get there, it's 65% humidity, which we never see around here.
That's right.
So you're sweating before you ever start doing anything. Anyway, rough environment. I've said that before. On our play, we came out and we were playing well in the first quarter. Our offense left a touchdown or 2 on the field that we should have gotten. We turned around and left another touchdown on the field in the second quarter. The score at halftime should have been 21-3, and instead it was 10-3. We come out in the second half. Through all this, our defense is playing well, and our defense is not so much playing well. Our defense is playing really hard, and they're playing together, and they're playing for each other. But we come out in the third quarter, and we're not good on offense in the third quarter, and our defense continues to play well. In the fourth quarter, we weren't a lot better. John, we've got things to fix on the offensive side of the ball, and talent's not the issue because we've got a lot of talented young men there that we've got to get to come together and play together on the offensive side of the ball. But our defense stuck together. We give up a drive We go drive late in the fourth quarter, and our defense is kind of starting to wear down, and the heat and the humidity are getting to them a little bit. And we wear down a little bit and give up a couple of big plays, that third down plays that we shouldn't have. But we give up a touchdown. Yeah. Tied up 10-10. They kick the football back to us with 50-some seconds on the clock. Second play of the drive, 73 yards, touchdown.
Quick strike, baby.
Big play. Big play.
Yeah, so, that's right. Big play.
and on the offensive side of the football, Isaiah Wooden was one of our more consistent, better players throughout the game. And I think Isaiah had 120-some yards receiving, and then he turned around and had 30 or 40 yards rushing in the game, but did a nice job for us. John, we got to get him here on the show. Great.
For sure.
A really good football player, but a better person.
Yeah.
So he's a good young man, and I've said this before. So me and my family really enjoy him and his wife, and enjoy being around them.
On the offensive notes I have, I was just wondering, does it take? I mean, you guys are all really new to the not to this, but we've got a new coaching staff, 60 new players. I mean, obviously it takes a little while for that to gel. Does it seem like defense reacts and can gel a little quicker than offense, where the offensive playbook is so deliberate and the pieces just have a little more timing going on the offensive side? Have you found that it takes a couple more games for offense to catch up to defense in a brand new scheme?
The problem is we weren't saying that 2 weeks ago. We scored 40-some points in the first game. Nobody's talking about gelling. Nobody's talking about cohesiveness and all that. Are there some meticulous parts of an offense that have to come together? Sure. We've had long enough. We've been here together long enough, and we've done enough stuff. And we had them here for 8 weeks during the summer, and they worked really, really hard. And then we had camp, and then we're in week 4 of the season in our actual games after going through a month of camp. We've had long enough. So we must, the game plan has to be better, and we need to execute better.
Okay. Are there any, I know you don't like talking X's and O's, but like red zone efficiency, there's a couple. I mean, we had a couple trips in there where it was first and like a foot, like how as a head coach does it trickle down into the OC, down into the offensive coaches? How does that get better? What's the process? Not the particulars, but the process. How does it go from we're close to we pushed it over the line?
We're close now. Yeah. So that's the right word. We're close now to pushing it over the line. I think our coaching staff works hard. It's a bright group on the offensive side of the ball for us, and I think they're doing a nice job. That first and goal, red zone, 4th and 1 foot, those things. It's a personality. It's a personality. It's an attitude, and it's coaching staff, but it's a lot of players.
Little nastiness to get those inches.
Can you be salty when you need to be? Can you be gritty?
Yeah.
Can we have some perseverance?
Okay. A couple questions I had from fans. Mainly, there were 2 specific questions. And I think it's fair to bring it up.
Fans for me or something Josh can answer?
We're gonna talk specifically to you first.
Okay.
And then we're gonna get with Josh and get his take here. But the two main questions I have from fans and listeners were just the call to go for it there on 4th and 1. You're on their 20. A field goal puts us up 2 scores. Just take us through the anatomy. How does that decision, who makes it? How is it made? Are there certain if and then, like if you're on the 20 and the kicker's, like a 30-yard guy, then you just go for it? I mean, do you have just step us through how that was picked out? And obviously we didn't make it. Had we made it, we wouldn't even be talking about it. But I just want to know from the coach's background perspective, what goes into a decision like that?
We're talking about the 4th down in the fourth quarter,
yes,
the 4th
sir.
and a foot.
Correct. Instead of kicking that field goal.
John, let's put it in layman's terms, okay? I'm not going to ride on an airplane for 3 hours and then sleep in a hotel that I'm uncomfortable with, and then ride on a bus for another 2.5 hours and stand there drenched in sweat to kick field goals in the fourth quarter. If it cost us a game, it cost us a game. But that's not who I am. And I do. Analytics do play a role in our decision making. Analytics are never going to define me or define our coaching staff. I believe in the kids. I believe in the kids, and I believe that we can convert fourth down in 1 foot. So and now we know there's things to be worked on, and we're working on short yardage goal line packages. I didn't go through all that mess this weekend to kick field goals.
I think that's an adequate answer.
We like our specialists.
It's a true answer.
We like our specialists, long snappers, holders, kickers, punters. We like our specialists. I think they're good players and even better young men. We like them. Yeah, but hey, they can stand there beside me on the sidelines in the
game. And really, this is just a glimpse into how you see the game, right? I mean, you are attack, and you feel like you got confidence in the guys that can gain a foot.
Championship football teams convert that play.
That's right. So, well, thanks for giving us that insight. And the other question I think we already covered was that red zone offense, and obviously you've spoken to it already, so we don't really need to go back into that. But I have noticed, being around the team a little bit, team chemistry from 8 weeks ago till now has changed, and it's changed in a positive and good way. So maybe Josh, you can ring in here. Tell us. What are some things that you've seen? What are some things that you've done that have improved that team chemistry, especially on the defensive side of the ball?
Well, on the defensive side of the ball, just like going through situations like where you have to come together and push through, that builds chemistry. And from when we first got here to now, just like getting to know each other more, how we play, our styles, personalities and stuff like that. I feel like that helped us come together more. So
it sounds like the more reps you get together, the more you understand how a certain person plays. Yeah. Therefore, you kind of know where he's going to be on the field in certain situations and cover each other. I like that. With that, Coach, why don't you introduce your guest that you brought?
You're already talking to him.
Well, I know, but I just like to hear the love from a coach to a great player like Josh. Just give us an idea of what you think about him.
The love. Josh is very, very understanding of the fact that my love for him is based on his distance from him to the ball carrier at the end of the play. And the closer he is to the football at the end of the play, the more I love him.
Hey, lately you've been loving him a lot then.
Loving him a lot, yeah. Josh is our leading tackler through 3 games. Josh is a sophomore. Sam Backer, we converted him from strong safety to Sam Backer, which in college football these days is the exact same position. And he has done a great job for us at Sam Backer. What we're really excited about with Josh is, and Josh is a sophomore that came with us from Delaware and is doing a nice job. But what we're excited about with the transition is Josh is still learning the Sam Backer position some, and he should get better each week this fall.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen improvement from practice, right? I've been watching really since you guys started kicking it off and throwing it around, and there's a noticeable upside coming for Josh Dunn. Like you said, he's the leading tackler on the game he's been
our leading tackler each week.
He had 4 solo tackles, 4 assists for 8 total tackles against Western Illinois. He also had a pass breakup, according to the stats. These stats are a little suspect, but I believe he did have a pass breakup.
That's correct.
And did you have an interception?
Yeah, at the end of the game.
Let's go.
Yes.
Yeah, to ice it off. Yeah. He was really close to the ball. It was in his hands.
I don't remember that play.
So Josh, you're coming from Delaware. Little different environment. We've kind of talking before the show here.
Yes,
let's go through a few questions to get to know Josh Dunn. First, tell us what you're majoring in.
Health science. I'm a double major in health science and business.
Like school's not hard enough? You need 2 majors?
Nah, I just want to have a lot of options.
That's a smart guy right there. And in those majors, what's your favorite subject? What draws you in? What do you really enjoy learning about?
Well, really health science, just like learning stuff that does with the body, being an athlete, knowing what like goes in to and what comes out of putting everything into your body. All
that effort, and then nutrition, I'm sure, exercise, etc. Yeah. Just how to be peak performance. Like it.
Yes, sir.
What's your favorite sport other than football? You're an athlete. I mean, You stand next to Josh, and it says he's 6'1", but I don't know if they measured him in a hole, but he looks like he's 6'2", 6'3" to me.
I'll say 6'2". I don't know where the 6'1" came from.
Yeah. So, but impressive young man. I'm sure you like other sports. What's your other sport other than football that you enjoy?
Probably basketball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you ball a little bit like in between seasons, or I'll pick up here and there?
He's from Delaware. They don't play basketball.
No, we got some hoopers. We got a guy in the league, but for me, I play.
When was the last time you heard somebody say from a whole state?
A whole state,
we got one in the league. We got a guy in the league.
I will say, though, Delaware is probably like the size of Iron County as far as size-wise.
Two Iron counties.
Yeah, okay, there you go. So Iron and Washington County size.
In one point in Delaware, it's like 50 miles wide.
Yeah. Small place. But so you enjoy watching and playing a little bit?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite team?
I don't really have a favorite team.
The NBA hasn't been to Delaware lately, so
yeah. And I don't really watch the Sixers. I'm more of like a Kyrie Irving fan. Wherever he goes, I go.
All right. Yeah. Well, you got a lot of teams that you like then.
We appreciate you. We appreciate you actually showing up for the games.
He does have a smooth handle though. He's really impressive young man as far as on his skills on the basketball court. We'll leave it at that. All right. Getting to know Josh Dunn, what is your favorite, what's your track, what's your favorite music that gets you hyped before a game? Yeah.
I mean, before a game, I really don't need to get hyped. So I listen to a lot of old R&B.
Okay.
I listen to a lot of Sade.
Okay.
Yeah, just real slow music. Keep me calm. Just calm my emotions. Because you don't want to get too hyped before a game.
No, that's true. You seem like a pretty high-strung dude.
Don't want to get too high, too low. So just something to keep me calm.
I like this. This is just like some Zen stuff right here.
I did not expect Sade.
Sade.
I like some Sade, but I didn't expect that one.
Yeah. Okay. Look, you heard it here at the coaches show. Sade is making a comeback. I like it. Josh, what's your favorite meal?
Favorite meal?
Yeah. What's your go-to?
Probably a burger. I like burger and fries.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, you're never going to be disappointed. There's burgers and fries everywhere. Yeah. Are you a dog guy or a cat person?
A dog guy, but I like cats too.
Okay.
We have at my house. We used to have 2 cats and a dog.
Okay.
So I've been growing up around both.
You just
so it's kind of like
you just like animals.
Yeah, I'm an animal person.
All right. What's your favorite thing about Cedar City, or your favorite place or experience that you've had here?
Well, I haven't really been around much. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't really been out a lot. So,
you've been focusing on football?
Yeah, through camp and summer, just been really just locked in. But I mean, the best place I've been to so far is probably Oasis, that little lake place. I had some fun there.
Yeah, that's a good time.
Yeah.
Coming from the East Coast, coming from Delaware, what's the biggest change? This is we were talking before the show here. It's kind of like a different planet.
Yeah, it's not
going from where you grew up to the high desert mountains of Cedar City. Explain to the viewer some of that transition and just give us an idea of that change.
Well, the first thing that hit me was the elevation. So the first day I got here, the next day we had conditioning on the field. Man.
It hits different when you're at 5,800 feet.
I was out there dying.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's pretty much the first thing I noticed. The mountains, how dry it is out here, a lot of dirt.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much first thing.
Cool.
Stuck out.
What do you miss about home? What about home do you are you going to be excited to get back to when you get back there?
Really, it's the food. I'm not gonna say we have crazy food back home, but we have spots that I go to all the time.
You're old you're used to.
Yeah, like Wawa, which I'm not gonna say is crazy food, but they got everything there, so it's kind of like a gas station. But they have a wide variety of food to get. I'm a Popeyes guy, like Popeyes. Okay.
And, they do have a Popeyes in St. George, so.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, we'll have to go hit that sometime.
I like the chicken sandwich and Waffle House. Those are my 3 main places to go to.
I like those
He
places
asked
as
you
well.
what you miss most about home, and you named all 5 things and never said your mama one time.
I mean, of course, I
That's
miss
a
my,
given.
I'm gonna tell you right now, you're probably in trouble when she
No,
hears
I'm already
this
knowing
now.
she's gonna
She's
say
listening.
something.
She's
but
gonna smack you.
Hey, you just hurt your mom and dad's feelings. Hey,
I feel like that's
hey,
like a
mom and
given.
dad, I miss y'all.
You
I'm
know
talking
what?
about Josh's mom and
That's
dad
right.
and
I
mine.
miss out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do
Sure,
love
for
I
sure
do
though.
love the number one thing that you miss about home is a convenience store where you can get gas, burgers.
Yeah, everything.
Wawa's keep holding it down, I guess. They're the spot.
Always.
Okay.
That's great for great food. Royal Farms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Royal
And
Farms chicken. Oh,
Man.
he said at the same
Yep.
time.
Okay.
Yeah, Royal Farms chicken.
I'm gonna have to
Goes
look into
crazy.
some franchise opportunities out here in the
Unbelievable.
mountains.
We'll go crazy.
Cool. Talk to us a little bit about your family. Are you an only child? You got brothers and sisters?
Nah, I have an older brother.
Okay.
And 2 parents,
Uh-huh.
both together in the same house. So we all
Oh,
like.
he gonna talk about mom and dad
Yes,
now.
you know.
Trying to cover.
Coach, no,
He's
Coach,
trying
I
to
gotta
cover.
shake back.
I'm trying to get him right now. I'm letting him come
Yeah, I
back.
gotta shake
Mom's
back.
gonna be happy.
That's too late now. His allowance is already cut off. See if you miss. Hey, son, we see if you miss this money.
Did your brother play football?
Nah, he played baseball and basketball for a
Okay.
little bit, but he was more like into the books.
Sure.
So he has really good grades, real
Awesome.
smart.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Coach was mentioning that you have transitioned from like the safety position into that sandbacker. What's the thing you like about it the most? And what's the thing that you're just like, oh man?
Well, the first thing I like about backer, I'm closer to the ball, so I could just come down, fly to the ball.
Come downhill.
I feel like it's a lot easier to read, so I can move quicker. Just and the guys I'm with too, we all have like that same dog mentality. Just
Yeah.
see ball, get ball. So,
See ball, get ball.
I like that.
Yeah. Okay. Talking about your teammates, I mean, spotlight a couple that you enjoy playing with.
Man, it's a whole bunch. Zach Strand, of course, coming from Frostburg.
Yeah.
All my backers, I love them guys. Even the safeties like Roderick Ward, Trey Kane, the corner group. Those are all my guys. Pretty much everyone for real, but the names I said specifically, those are my guys.
So you mentioned Zach Strand.
Yep.
Coach, we got a stat that you texted me earlier. Let me pull it up here. This is an interesting stat. So Zach Strand became the first player in NCAA football history. That's a long storied history to have a sack at the D3, D2, and D1 levels.
Yep.
So shout out to our guy Zach Strand.
He's a dog.
What a cool just situation that he finds himself being able to play in all 3 divisions of football and then excel at all 3 divisions of football. That's awesome. So
He's conference player of the week this week. So he's now been a conference player of the week in 3 different conferences at 3 different levels.
yeah,
Good for him.
Unbelievable.
Good for him. He is a testament
Yeah.
to what happens if you play hard on every play.
Just I will say this about Zach. The last game, he was so excited to play that he did have a couple jumps from that D line. Yeah, little offsides here and
It
there.
didn't have anything to do with Saturday.
Just
Yeah, we were
He's
back.
so excited
We were
to
back
get to
east
the
a couple
ball.
years ago, and he was lined up 6 inches offsides and got an offsides call. And the next play, he lines up 9 inches offsides. I said, "Hey, my man, you're going the wrong way.
wrong direction.
Offsides means back up, not go forward."
I was just keeping him humble. He's an absolute wrecking ball. We love that he's on our team. So that's Josh Dunn, ladies and gentlemen, getting to know him. Any final words, Josh? Anything that T-Bird Nation needs to know about you or that you'd like them to know?
Just stay tuned to the season. As a team, we're only going to keep getting better.
Yeah.
And shout out to the backer core and Coach Mack.
Okay, that's awesome. So, Coach, we're going to go ahead now, change
He
some gears.
shouts out to the backer core and Coach McClure, but he left his mom out.
I feel like that was a given.
Boy, I'd love to be a fly on the wall.
Oh no! You know what? Next time you're on the show, I'm gonna prep you, and I'm gonna say shout out to your mama at least 3 times, so he'll stay off your back.
He'd pull old Bobby Boucher. I love my mama.
I love my mama. Hey, you know what? Oh, never mind. We cut this out. But my Facebook pulled up yesterday that my mom and I have been friends for 11 years. So it's nice to know that I've been friends with my mom. I gave her a shout out. Love my mama, Diane Smith, if you're listening. Anyway, so we it's not even Mother's Day, but we're loving on our mamas today at the Coaches Show. Every day is Mother's Day. Let's preview Utah Tech. Change some gears here. It's homecoming week. Lots of activities going on. There's a certain maybe extra attention. We're not going to call a rivalry or anything. But there's definitely some more attention, both from the media and from the local constituents that are excited. Right? There's been a long, passionate opportunity for these teams and for these towns to be directly opposed to one another. So, Coach, you've got some more attention on this game than maybe some others. How do you keep the guys focused going into Saturday's homecoming?
Yeah, the Cedar versus Dixie deal runs deep. Mm-hmm. Runs deep and's been going on for over 100 years here. And good for those people that they're all lathered up about this. Homecoming worries me more than our opponent. Homecoming it's a great event and everybody gets excited and people get to come back and all that other stuff that our players and coaches don't partake in. But what happens as a coach is you worry. You worry about the young men getting distracted with what's going on, pep rally on Thursday night and whatever rally on Friday night and parade on Saturday morning, which seems to be a big deal in this town. You worry about the distractions, getting the players to lose focus on what is exactly important. And here, the prize, they need to keep their eye on the prize, and the prize is us. It's our players getting 1% better each day, and our position groups getting 1% better each day, and our football program getting 1% better.
Yeah. Maybe we need to play a little Sade. Keep the guys focused. Keep them locked in. Keep them even-keeled as the excitement of the moment is oncoming. But, I think as a player, Josh, maybe you can speak to this. There's been opportunities where you've played a big game, right? And it's exciting, right? There's maybe a little more energy surrounding it. But as a player, in a player's perspective, how do you keep it? You seem like a guy that just keeps it in the middle anyway. But how do you help your teammates stay focused on the task at hand?
Well, just staying focused on the task. Not really getting too, like I say it again, not getting too high, getting too low. So the hype could bring you up. Yeah. So just don't really listen to all the hype. Just stay focused on what you got to do and what's upcoming. And that's how you pretty much stay.
Wise words.
In the middle.
So let's just preview the opponent really quick. We're not going to go to X's and O's, but they are kind of a high-risk, high-reward kind of offense. They got a quarterback that can wing it around a little bit. And tell us, how do you think their play, how do we match up as far as it looks like we've got a lot of takeaways in the first 3 games. And, how do we match up? And then also how important are points off turnovers going to be in this game?
Yeah, the teams match up well. We match up well. Our philosophy is the exact same. No, but like player to player and offense versus defense, we match up pretty well. We're very evenly matched programs. They're running the run and shoot, which was invented late 80s, early 90s by Mouse Davis, and they're running Mouse Davis's offense very, very well. The Tracy, Colby Tracy, I think I'm saying that right, out of Idaho is their quarterback and doing a really, really nice job. They've got a core receivers that I really like, led by the number 12, the slot receiver, and he does a nice job, and he's an FBS kid that's transferred down.
Okay.
Bobby Joe Herbert's son that used to be the starting quarterback at Billy Joe Herbert, it was starting quarterback at Washington. It's his son. He's a young man's a football player. He's a good football player and enjoy watching him play on film. They flip it over on defense, and they do a nice job on defense, and got a couple linebackers that are good players and DBs that are good players. And I like the way their defensive line handles their business. But number 3 at the linebacker position is a special player, and then number 1 running around at safety for them plays really, really hard. But enjoy watching them on film. That they're well coached, they play hard. Got a lot of respect for them.
Okay. I'm excited personally. I know we don't really talk about rivalries here, but there's just an extra motivation, I guess, from the fan base to see this game. We're all pulling for you.
They're saying record. They're saying record attendance.
Yeah. So
and considering they've been playing football here for over 100 years, and they're going to break the school's attendance record on Saturday. Yeah. We know as players and coaches, we know what's up.
Yeah. Excellent. Well, I mean, I called this morning to get 2 tickets. Guess how many tickets were left? 2.
I
2
believe
tickets left.
I believe it.
And it's Monday before. I mean, that's for us. That's not a normal thing.
Hey, now at some point in this week, Greed will take over, and they're going to produce another 1,000 tickets.
Yeah.
Hey, what seat am I buying? You're not. You're standing.
You're standing.
Standing room only.
Enjoy the view. Well, I don't know. I'm without really going into the rivalry. It's a really cool opportunity to have a college that's just geographically so close. And just having an opportunity to see him twice this year kind of just heightens everything also, because if one team doesn't win, then there's a revenge game. I mean, it's kind of a movie script as far as I'm concerned, and I'm looking at it from a different perspective.
If one team doesn't win, is there a chance that both of us win?
Well, I mean,
if one team doesn't win,
when the first team that
somebody's going to win and somebody's going to lose.
That was a pretty bad statement. When the person that loses, there's an opportunity to play them again in a month and a bit. So that's exciting. Coach, do you have any final words for Thunderbird Nation as you go into this weekend's homecoming game?
Yeah, let's show up to our student section. Show up, be as loud as you can possibly be. Quiet as a church mouse when we're on offense, and when they're on offense, it should be a ruckus. And then when third and fourth down, we hit third and fourth down, our volume in our stadium should go up 3, 4, 5 decimal levels.
Take it up a notch. Yeah,
make it uncomfortable. Make it uncomfortable. We would appreciate all the community and student support.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of community and fans, just to wrap up on my side, I just need to thank a few people. Thank some viewers out there. They're constantly giving support, and I've been able to meet, again, we talked about it last week, but I was able to meet people from all across the country that have either sons playing on the team or some type of relationship. It's been awesome. They've been coming up to me and telling me about the Coach's Show and how nice it is, Coach, that you give your time, that you give your expertise, you give your comedic stand-up wit, and they enjoy it. Whoever said that you're a middle-aged, boring guy, I think he's off the mark or she's off the mark. People are really enjoying you as a coach and as a member of the community, so we want to thank you, Coach, and thank our viewers. The best way we can get this show to more people is if you share this on social media and your social media platforms, tag some people that might be interested. But really, thanks to the listenership and the viewership. It's been a great opportunity, and I really enjoy it. Being here, talking to great student athletes and our coaches is just a blessing for me. So I'm going to go ahead and also give a huge shout out and a thanks to our sponsor, Warehouse Bar and Kitchen. The Warehouse Bar and Kitchen wants to remind all SUU students about their homecoming events this week. Local band 80s will be playing Friday night, followed by a huge homecoming dance party with DJ Vexify Saturday night. Students 21 and older getting free with their SUU ID card. That's 21 and up, ladies and gentlemen. So we appreciate the Warehouse Bar and Kitchen, and just want to thank them specifically for their support of the Thunderbird Coaches Show.
Since they've been sponsoring John, I've been going over there for lunch once or twice a week. It's a lot better than I thought.
I hear the wings are awesome.
The wings are great. Also, the bacon cheeseburger sliders.
Yeah.
You like burgers. The sliders there are pretty good.
Fantastic. Well, thanks again to the Warehouse Bar and Kitchen. Look, for Josh Dunn and Coach Delane Fitzgerald, I'm John Smith. We'll sign it off.
Thank you.